Venus, the Roman goddess of beauty and love, heard rumors of a mortal named Psyche, who many claimed was more beautiful than herself. Venus was filled with jealousy and ordered her son, Cupid, to shoot Psyche with one of his magic arrows. This would make her fall in love with the most hideous monster on earth. Cupid followed his mother's orders, but as he was taking aim at Psyche, his finger slipped. He pricked himself with the tip of his own arrow, causing him to immediately fall deeply in love with Psyche. Cupid informed Psyche's family that it was the will of the gods for her to climb to a mountaintop and be united in matrimony with a terrible monster. Bound by duty to the gods, they complied. When Psyche reached the mountaintop, it was dark, but she felt a warm wind and was suddenly transported to a magnificent palace. After a relaxing bath and a delicious meal, accompanied by melodious music that seemed to come from nowhere, Psyche fell asleep. For the next several nights, Cupid visited her, secretly replacing the monster as her husband. He always arrived after dark and departed before dawn, forbidding her to look upon him. Though she could not see her new husband, Psyche consented to the arrangement and eventually fell in love with him. Cupid told her it was unnecessary to view his face, provided she loved and trusted him. In time, however, Psyche found she could not constrain her curiosity. So one night, after Cupid had fallen asleep, she lit a lamp to illuminate his face. Upon seeing her lovely husband, her hand trembled with delight, causing a drop of hot oil to fall onto Cupid's shoulder, awakening him. Angrily he said, "I loved you and asked only for your trust, but when trust is gone, so love must depart." With that, he flew back to Venus, who greeted her son with rage for deceiving her and imprisoned him in her palace. As soon as Cupid deserted Psyche, the magnificent palace vanished, leaving the poor girl alone on the cold peak, after wandering night and day in search of her lost love. Psyche finally approached the temple of Venus in desperation. There, the goddess agreed to help only if Psyche succeeded in a difficult task. She commanded the fearful maiden, "Take this box and go to the underworld, and ask the queen of that realm, Proserpina, to put a little of her beauty in the box for you to bring back to me." Psyche set off on her adventure, full of trepidation. Suddenly she heard a voice, which commanded her to give a coin to Charon, the ferryman, who would take her across the river bordering the underworld. "Above all," said the voice, "once Proserpina has placed some of her beauty in the box, do not open it." Psyche obeyed, and after collecting a bit of beauty from Proserpina, she rushed to return the box to Venus. But once again, she could not control her curiosity. So she lifted the lid of the box, and was immediately overcome by a deep and heavy slumber.